Hello viewers, I'm Paul White and welcome to the 10th anniversary episode of Paul's Train Vlogs. Anyway viewers, today is the 8th of June 2025 and of course viewers, Paul's Train Vlogs is celebrating its 10-year anniversary. Quite a wide it has been over the past 10 years, which started off very slow. I'm pre-recording this about 9 days early so I can get it out on time. Anyway viewers, if you haven't yet subscribed to Paul's Train Vlogs, please hit the subscribe tab at the bottom of the screen, and also don't forget to please ring the notification bell icon to receive notifications about my current and future releases. And of course, consider becoming a member of Paul's Train Vlogs, which will really help me out in the long term. Anyway, viewers, just let me have a drink here. Oh, it's only water, H2O. Anyway, viewers, it seems to be an appropriate time to take a trip back down memory lane where it all began 10 years ago. We begin at St Mary's. This is where Paul's Train Vlogs journey has begun. Of course, St Mary's is undergoing a radical makeover at the present time, as in preparation for the Sydney Metro Western Sydney Airport line opening up in 2027. And I haven't done an update on that progress for the past 12 months, so I'll see what's been up to since the previous update I ever done. St Mary's. I no longer film at St Mary's because we had troubles with a certain duty manager, which I am not impressed that that individual is still there today, to this day. That fat controller is still there today. I've been pressuring transport authorities are getting dismissed, but they wouldn't listen. So, without further ado, let's take a trip back down memory lane to where it all began 10 years ago. Let's enjoy the flashback to the very first episode of Paul's Train Vlogs and how it all began. Cheers.
Hi guys, Paul White here from Paul's Train Spotting. This is my debut train vlog. I'm at St Mary's Station for its debut. It is a gorgeous sunny day today. This is an overview of St Mary's Station as I can film it actually. And we're going to catch some trains today. T95 is now departing St Mary's, T95 being the front four cars. Stand by for the rear four cars. And the set number is T72. T72, the rear four cars. We have a 4-car V set spinning past platform number 2. V38 is a as it speeds past St Mary's, platform 2 on its way to Sydney, and we have a A54 pulling into platform number 4 at St Mary's. Just move over to this side here because the guard's compartment is located on the back of the train. And I'll film it as it pulls in. I won't film it as it departs due to security to privacy issues related to the train guard. have a Indian Pacific passing St Mary's on platform 2 from Perth, heading its way to Sydney. I'll be heading back to Perth this afternoon. And we have a Waratah pulling in the platform number 3 for in-use plane service. A 16 is a set. I'll be able to film the train has its own parts, as the guards compartment is still on the rear of the train, but by putting it on platform 3 I'll be able to film it. Waratah set A16 now departing for in-use plane service, stopping at Warrington, Kingswood, Penrith and in-use planes. We have an 8-car Oscar pulling into platform number 1 for a North Sydney Fire Central service. Be stopping at Mount Druitt, then Ritchie Hill, Doonside, Blacktown. H14 is a front 4 cars, then all stations to Oscar train, front 4 cars set H14 now departing St Mary's for North Sydney Fire Central service, stopping all stations to Lidcombe, then Strathfield, Burwood, Redfern, Central, Town Hall, Wynyard, Milsons Point and North Sydney. And the rear 4 cars, H41 being the rear for 4 cars. We have a VSET pass on platform number 3. V3 is the set. As it heads westbound towards Penrith. We have a Tangoa pulling in on platform number 1 for Hornsby Fire and Macquarie University service, T76 being the front 4 cars as it pulls in. I'm going to wrap this vlog up. Thank you very much for watching this first vlog, and I hope to see you next time. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.
Anyway, viewers, that was a bit of a flashback down memory lane at St Mary's. Of course, it's undergoing a massive makeover at the present time, and for those viewers who recently joined us in recent years, do want to know how curious why my earlier videos were filmed in such very poor quality when I first started this YouTube channel. Well, and I'm pleased to say that I still got this device to this present day. I cherish it forever. I started filming in 2015 with this very cheap $50 digital camera from Kmart. Very low quality stuff back in those days. Very cheap $50 camera. That's how I kicked off my YouTube career 10 years ago, with this flimsy $50 digital camera. Of course, I had to take a memory card out of it and put it in the laptop and do some post-production work with it and release it on YouTube, as you see in the present day. Anyway, viewers, now let's move on to August 2016. This was a challenge that was issued on Facebook. To anyone out there who want to purchase a paper ticket with a date 1st of August 2016 printed on it. And of course, I successfully did that challenge. And you remember know what the paper ticket looked like all those years ago? I'll use this one as an example. There's a prime example. This was an old pensioner excursion ticket they used to get from a private bus company, for example, Busways. That's the older one. Well, anyway, these were phased out progressive slowly, and they've been replaced with, just pop that down there, they've been replaced with the Opal cards. That's right. On the 1st of August 2016, we said goodbye to the paper tickets. Bye-bye. And say hello to the Opal card. So anyway, viewers, let's revisit that challenge.
Challenge to all the train enthusiasts out there via Facebook to purchase a paper ticket with today's date being the 1st of August 2016. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy myself a one-way, a full fare adult ticket to the next station down, which is Pendle Hill, for the final time. So I'm going to... So I got $20 here, that should cover it. I never had an opportunity to purchase a ticket to Scone. I'll purchase one for Pendle Hill for the next station down, using the other machine in a moment. So for the last time, I'm going to select Scone on this machine for the first and the last time. So where's Scone? Oops, sorry. Scone. One way, see? This is a souvenir. Set me money in there. And change will come at this slot here. And bingo! You won't be needing these as of today.
Anyway, viewers, that was a successful challenge that I've accomplished. And I'm pleased to announce I still got those tickets still on me. And I had to, still on me, safely put away in storage. Now to the 200th episode of Paul's Train Vlogs back in 2016, not long after the paper tickets were phased out. Phil Van Geren from Sydney Trains Vlogs and another YouTuber rented out a Busways Mercedes 0405 from its Kincumber depot 472. They brought it down to Sydney CBD, and one of the locations they took it to was at Milsons Point. And we played a bit of Nostradamus there. In 2016, we brought Busways 472 into Sydney CBD, and we brought it into Circular Quay and at Milsons Point. And 6 years later, Busways started operating on Sydney's lower North Shore. So we played a bit of a Nostradamus in that bit. So anyway, viewers, let's revisit that 2016 prediction of Busways operating at Milsons Point. Let's have a look.
2023 here yet, but by 2019 there will be trams on that rail running.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have on the desktop of Busways 472 light rail replacement, even though trams will be arriving at Circular Quay in 2019. We're about to cross the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Now for lap 2.
Wow, that was a bit of a trip down memory lane, bringing Busways 472 to Milsons Point. I'm not too sure what the current status of Busways 472 is as of 2025. Anyway, around this, pay a visit up to the Central Coast and find out about its current status as of 2025. Anyway, viewers, before I go any further, I'd like to have a quick mention about a television program that I've appeared on the ABC in April 2019 called Employable Me. However, viewers, and you probably noticed that I have a newspaper article about my appearance on Employable Me right up there. I'm gonna get the camera on that right about now for my loyal viewers to have a viewers, because of my busy schedule and I didn't had any time to get in touch with Northern Pictures to get approval to show snippets of my episode of Employable Me. I just completely ran out of time. However, I'm very happy to show you. I'll be happy to release a publicity shoot of me and my fellow Employable Me cast members. Like I say, a quick hello to my Employable cast members. I'd like to say hi to Kathleen Campbell, if you're watching. Hello, Kathleen. Also say cheerio to Wyan Hambrew, who now lives in Canada. G'day, Wyan. Nice hello there. And also like to say hi to Ivor Eric Barrett. G'day. And a little short-statured Tiana Holtram. She had to flew down to Sydney from Townsville because of a daylight. Because it was daylight savings time at the time when we did the photo shoot, because Queensland do not observe daylight savings, so it's pretty tiring trip for Tiana, especially standing 1 meter tall. Very impressive. G'day to my fellow Employable cast members, if you're watching. Hello. And now, here comes the publicity promo still that I'll be able to show you. Here it is. At the end of my episode of Employ Me, the status at the time was I'm continuing searching for employment. However, that became a reality. I'll be happy to share this brief moment right now for you viewers. After my episode Employed Me aired, the management at Pacific National saw my appearance on Employable Me and also have Transport for New South Wales, and also had the Coordinator General for Transport for New South Wales, Howard Collins, trying to get me poached into Transport for New South Wales. However, PN beat them to it. I travelled into North Sydney office, I had a job interview, and I ended up getting the gig. Start off as a SIPO, which is short for Customer Incident and Performance Officer, and I worked all the way up to my current role, which is a Planning Officer. So I've been with PN for the past 6 years. So what a fortunate turnaround. That's how Employed Me got to me where I am today. And during my episode of Employed Me went to air, my subscriber base on YouTube grew tenfold. By the end of the episode, it passed 15. I reached 1,500 subscribers, and then surpassed 2,000 subscribers quick as a flash. And then it even went up to 3,000 subscribers, and now we are getting closer to 5,000 subscribers. Anyway, viewers, when Waratah Series 2B2 first arrived in Sydney in 2018, I had an opportunity to cover its delivery, and I also covered its testing all over Sydney, which means staying up to the early hours of the morning and driving all over Sydney chasing it. Anyway, viewers, let's have a look at the Waratah Series 2 B2 delivery and its subsequent testing.
At Reddy Hill, we have Waratah Series 2 Set B2. Done a passenger loading and unloading testing. Waratah Series 2 Set B2 now departing platform number 4. And Waratah Series 2 Set B2 is now departing platform number 2. Lovely. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Waratah Series 2 Set B2 is now departing platform number 1.
Anyway, viewers, when the train line closes down, I had a pleasure of covering the final Sydney train services on the Epping to Chatswood Rail Link in September 2018. Then January 2020, I covered the final day of a Carlingford Line with Kathleen in 47-degree temperatures during the day, and of course she later invited me over to her place for a swim afterwards, which is very, very nice of her. And even in the early hours of the next morning, we bid farewell to the Carlingford Line, and more recently, we were the final people to travel on the Bankstown line on the Sydney train service from Sydenham into Bankstown. So anyway, viewers, let's relive those historic moments. Series A10. Series 1 Waratah A10 now departing platform number 5, Penrith service, and looks like the media is present as well. Series 1 Waratah A10 now departing platform number 5, Penrith service, stopping at all stations to Chatswood, followed by Artarmon, St Leonard's, North Sydney, Milsons Point, Wynyard, Town Hall, Central, Redfern, Strathfield, Lidcombe, at all stations to Penrith. Series 1 Waratah A10. That is the destination of a final Tangaroa to depart from platform number 5, and the following service will be the final train ever to depart from Epping to Chatswood. We should have a Tangaroa approaching platform number 5 for a Penrith service. This is the final time we'll ever see a Tangaroa depart from platform number 5. One half T92. Forecast is rear forecast is T122, which is based at Mortdale. T126 and friend now departing platform number 3, Hornsby via Macquarie University service. Stopping next at North Wide, following by Macquarie Park, Macquarie University, Epping, Cheltenham, Beecroft, Bennett Hills, Thornley, Normanhurst and Hornsby. T126 front forecast. Rear forecast T35. Anyway, viewers, here's the schedule for the final service from Chatswood to Epping. This is the final train ever to traverse
behind the yellow line. All passengers, please
from Chatswood to Epping.
Welcome to a special edition of Rates Excellent Public Transport Adventures. Tonight I come to you from Chatswood Station,
and good news is it's a Tangaroa. This is the final train ever to traverse the Epping to Chatswood Rail Link. Front half T53. Rear forecast T74. Paul's Train Vlogs is about to make history.
Chatswood Rail Link. Future operations until the new train service is available. Trains at St Leonard on Station Department is Macquarie University and Macquarie Park. Trains at Chatswood Station Department Epping via North via Macquarie Park and Macquarie University. Please look for heading signs. Advise you, exactly your buses will be located at the station. Next stop will be North Line. When you enjoy your journey, you will notice for this last historic journey through the ETRL for your viewing pleasure we have provided windows.
Where's that at? I'm so glad it's Why? Why not? They wouldn't get a V set out.
What about an A set?
We had an A set already. A set was last on the up, so that's enough. Can't have too many A sets, people will get expected. Wanting everything out. Yeah. Lucky we didn't have that 9,000 people show up. One less carriage to carry them on. You want one, that's right. Imagine living like that. These are our choices. Oh no, that's a woman.
Yeah, you gotta keep that, but not.
So, can we go back and take it again? I don't like the shirt. Yeah, can we go back? Yeah. Thanks. It's alright, you know that thing, I can't decide whether I want to come or not. A couple of other people have said, yeah, we can always go next time. I'm sorry, can we talk to you? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, come along. Make sure you come along, it'll be a good day. Nice, easy day. Well, if you can be released, that'll be good. Is it like an ankle bracelet thing, or is it?
It's a car thing.
Yeah. Well, catch the train.
I'll be at Carrara.
Where?
Oh, that's right, you're going to be away.
That'll be 20k.
Oh, I
So
haven't
that's
come
20k
up,
south
that's
of the end of trains.
Yeah. Good shit.
Options, car,
We try.
start flapping off.
Exactly.
Charter buses.
Yeah, we can charter a bus for you.
It's a good idea to shut a heavy rail line and replace it with a light rail line.
Sorry?
Replacing heavy rail with slightly less heavy rail.
Yeah, no, it's not really the best thing, but the message is stay positive.
New! Reduced capacity.
Take care, mate. Hey, well done guys, thanks for coming. You are the last passengers to get off at North Road. Congratulations. That's what we should do, is get off. No, what we should do is we should woo. Yes, and clap. Are you doing it, Matthew? The question around. Standing room only. Yeah, you got to push through. Yeah.
There's a reason why I'm actually last carriage.
Last carriage. We're all the same.
I'm going with the last.
We got to change the timetable in case the line doesn't.
There's no guard, the guard on setting hours in the middle.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get into the last.
Okay, the kids on carriage 5 gave me a cheer as I jumped between them.
That's what you said.
4 and 5. Carriage 3 is. Yeah, 4's shut down for I don't know why, but you have to jump around from 5 to 3.
Alright. A different one, sorry.
I saw the last one going south. Okay, you on that one?
Yeah.
Like with a big camera in front.
Sorry?
There's a bloke with a big camera. There's a couple of people wearing Sydney train stuff and like Sydney metro. Yeah.
Did you see at Chatswood Station there was like a professional TV crew?
Yeah, like shot them out camp, like
Boom mic.
yeah, boom mic and it's like I don't know where they're from though, but they just didn't they're encouraged right now.
Okay, yeah. I actually don't think there's a TV.
Nah. Yeah, they came down that one that we were on, I think. And I think I saw how close. Yeah. So he was with that camera crew.
So you were in right?
Yeah.
We should have T53 and T74 about to depart Epping platform number 6 for the final ECRL service. Red Low set F1 is now left platform number 3 for a shuttle service to Carlingford.
You've still got 3. Also, when we get to Carlingford, we have a very quick turnaround at Carlingford. Would encourage all of you to get off if possible, please. There's lots of activities in the car park celebrating the closure of the line at Carlingford. A chance to get off and have a look at those activities, and then you can come back on this next time, or you can come back on a regular service with air conditioning. So, we're collecting a donation for all passengers today for the Buy a Bale campaign to help the farmers at the drought. So we would ask you if you could all make a donation to the bucket and have a good trip.
I'll take your donation, Kathleen.
Getting everything. Yeah, I'm going 350.
It's pretty good.
Thank you very much. Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well done. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, really, man? Where do you go?
Find it later.
Just passing Rose Hill Station now.
There we go. Thank you.
You're welcome. She's been taken care of.
Yep. Thank you very much. Which is the one.
The reality is, dude, this is like trains many years ago. No air conditioning, fancy. Yeah. Sure, I love it.
We've turned it up today for you.
Just going through right on this station now, guys. Absolutely. Try to get me back by.
ladies and gentlemen, end of the line, end of an era. Now arriving Carlingford.
Anyway, viewers, Paul's Train Vlogs made history back in September 2018, where he rode on a final ever Chatswood to Epping service on T53 and T74. And Paul's Train Vlogs will once again make history riding the final ever Carlingford Line service from Carlingford to Clyde. An impromptu express service stopping at Clyde only.
Clyde only service, next up Clyde. This service will now terminate. Thank you, customers. This service will no longer convey passengers. Now arriving at Clyde, this service terminates. Thank you. All out of change.
Platform 2 goes to Liverpool via Bankstown. First stop Bankstown, then Birron and then all stations to Liverpool.
If you're travelling with a pram, always park parallel to the platform, behind the brakes, and keep the safety strap around your wrist.
Erskineville, Redfern, Central, Town Hall.
Anyway, viewers, let's talk about Sydney Metro. I've been driving their Holstrom, and Metropolis trains for the past 6 years now. For the first 5 years, between Tullawan and Chatswood, a 72-kilometre round trip. All done in a little over an hour, about an hour and 10 minutes. Nowadays, then in August last year, Sydney Metro experienced a game changer. The Tullawan to Chatswood section was extended from Chatswood all the way to Sydenham. via the Sydney CBD. Independently operated, of course, fully driverless. And it will be extending all the way into Bankstown in 2026, which is next year. The first time I drove the Ostrom Metropolis from Tallawong to Chatswood, which was Ostrom Metropolis set number 12. And my first drive from Tallawong all the way to Sydenham was done by set 11. And let's relive those moments when I first drove the Austrian Metropolis from Tallawong into Chatswood, and then on a yearly and then on to the expansion towards Sydenham. Cheers.
Here I first must show you guys this brochure.
It's not 11 o'clock yet. Really?
We'll find out. Woo! Probably not as fast as trains. It is pretty fast. It seems like the same speed as every other train. Yeah, but this is the first time. Always goes very low. This is the first train. The very first It's the first real train.
Attention please, ladies and gentlemen, this is your Chatswood service. First stop East Rouse Hill, followed by Kellyfield, then all stations to Epping, followed by Macquarie University, Macquarie Park, North Ryde and Chatswood. First stop North Ryde.
Change at Chatswood Station for all regular train connection services.
Matter of fact, first stop Rouse Hill.
Now you get to do it.
Better over the miniature edition of the Anzac Bridge.
Why is it shaking?
Now arriving at Rouse Hill.
I wonder how many people are going to be at the Rouse Hill. Or are we just going to keep
Welcome to Rouse Hill.
No, it's actually... It's not as crowded as the previous. Actually, it's early but anyway. Oh, not now.
Not many people.
They said it won't arrive in 45 minutes.
Yeah, but I mean, in 3 hours free parking. Today you're not going to get paid 3 hours.
12:30. So if you come, it'll be running northwest. Yeah, we're going to go through
I'm not a train, I'm a bus ride.
or just go or just go straight to northwest.
There it is.
Might be easy.
I'm done when you go down into the It's been a while.
We'll go after me on a drive in the street.
The tunnels between Epping and Belvedere are the longest rail tunnels in Australia.
Next up, Kellyfield.
Next stop will be Carlingford, followed by
it's out the front on the water, you know, the lake. It's not the one that is the other one.
in the making, and it's finally open to the public.
How's the sky breaking?
Alright.
I think it's gonna end now.
It's only us. All right.
So I think the railway station.
Oh yeah, now that was
Next station is Carlingford.
Train now approaching at Kellyfield. At least we don't have to worry about putting up with Lulu.
This metro tram will end at Chatswood.
Wait, that was I don't know. I didn't know the name. Now we're in oh no, we're close.
Ah, damn, from Sydney. I was in Melbourne when I was younger, but I worked overseas for quite a long time. I've been to I worked down there, so I do get on the metro. This is the project I've been working on.
Like there's 6 carriages down.
Sit down in front. Yeah.
Next up, Bella Vista.
I think this one goes down.
Yeah, that's a good story.
So they have like
I work closely with them. Mainly just on my first job.
Now arriving at Bella Vista.
I worked with him on council. I mean, what's that, Thomas?
You're gonna have to wait a little bit.
Yeah, this is Bella Vista. Yeah, so I did all the song.
Attention customers, the train will be at Chatswood. All customers must disembark this train. If you wish to continue your journey to Tallong, please make your way to platform. Next station is Chatswood. This metro train will end at Chatswood.
So the train will go.
This is 2, this is train set 19, just to confirm and let you know the train is in RM1 now, so proceeding towards the north side. Over. Roger the TCP, message received on and out.
This metro tram will end at Chatswood.
Moving now. Yeah,
So
they didn't upset anything or
on the
anything. You
right.
could see the platform and everything. It just didn't make sense.
Doors opening right side for exit.
On the right. Doors open on the right hand side of the train, ladies and gentlemen.
PC2, this is train set 1 line, just to let you know, open the doors, lock correctly, open the doors for passengers to exit. Shall I make can you make an announcement please? So if you're hurrying, please get buses from here to Chatswood. We are
One and two, these services will not be moving from this station. Please get off the services. We are arranging for bus services upstairs. Thank you.
First train to Sydenham from Tunawan is by set 13. Could be unlucky for some.
The train to Sydenham is going to enter platform number 2. Train was closing.
Yeah, he's a train conductor. I was with him once on the train from Tullawong all the way to Chatswood, and every single stop he was like listing out everything he did on it. I don't have a set train yet, so yeah, so unless I wait here, I don't know.
For your safety, do not rush towards the closing doors of the metro service. Your next service will arrive shortly. The train to Tallawong is going to enter platform number 2.
That was a fun ride on the Sydney Metro. Let's talk about rare sights and special anniversaries. I covered a few of the rare sightings in recent years, including a Millennium train at Milsons Point, for example, the 40th anniversary of the XPT, as well as a fee set at Campbelltown. Wasn't expecting a fee set to show up at Campbelltown. So let's revisit those.
The car Millennium will be stopping at North Sydney only, when it will terminate and return to Milsons Point for Richmond service. M3 is the front 4 cars. M13 is the rear 4 cars, judging by the carriage numbers. M3 and M13 now departing platform number 2, North Sydney service. It will stop in next at North Sydney, where this train will terminate, and M13, which will become the front 4 cars with M3 training, will return to Milsons Point to perform a Richmond service. Lovely shot of a Sydney Harbour Bridge. We should have M13 the front 4 cars with 4 cars as M3 for a Richmond service. Stopping next at Wynyard, followed by Town Hall, Central, Redfern, Strathfield, Lidcombe, Parramatta, all stations to Blacktown, then all stations to Richmond. I'll film a bit of a trip across the Sydney Harbour Bridge for you guys, then I will wrap up the vlog.
Good afternoon, customers. Next stop is Wynyard. Please change at Wynyard for City Cycle services.
And welcome to Paul's Train Vlogs. I'm Paul White. I'm currently at Campbelltown, and in front of me here we have lovely V7. Just do a walk through the platform for you viewers. It's not every day that a fee set arrives in southwest Sydney, especially in Campbelltown. Won't be able to walk inside V7 today. I'll take a walk back towards the Macarthur end. I'm just like a kid in the candy shop. And of course, it's a rare sighting nowadays. Of course, hand sanitizer being unprovided. Not much this end, just the Tango in it. And anyway, here's the other Sydney 2000 20th anniversary special. This XPT came from Dubbo.
A cup of view on all the magical vivid lights. We're going to go back underground through the tunnels to St. James. Oh, what's going on? Nah, we good. The driver is just changing ends. We'll be on the move in a minute or two.
Transmitter Joe Halen, riding shotgun. Jesus Christ, packed like a tin of sardines.
Anyway, viewers, now I'd like to quickly talk about a certain event that occurred that ruined 2020. However, 2020 kicked off with a farewell to the Carlingford Line, and then all of a sudden, everything came to a complete halt. That's something I do not want to live. I want to go through it ever again. Because it has impacted everyone. It has impacted everyone. And I don't want to go any more details in any further than that. So let's quickly revisit that dreadful moment. Like to show you guys a quick walk around Sydney, around Circular Quay during the first lockdown of 2020, and also a walk through part of the Sydney Showground where it was virtually empty. Let's have a look.
I only travel here today so I can get a bit of fresh air and exercise. So anyway, viewers, sit back and enjoy. Normally this will be buzzing with thousands of people. Well, once for the short term, this is a ghost town.
Welcome to Gadigal country.
Just walking up to Circular Quay, and looks like we have a Tangara about to arrive at Circular Quay. Oh, forecast set. Trying to keep the camera as still as possible for you guys. Normally this area will be bustling with buskers and street performers. Well, they're not here today. I've walked from Circular Quay to Town Hall Station. There is not a living soul as far as I can see, except for maybe a couple of people. As I've never seen Town Hall Station this quiet in my life. And a Penner service arriving into platform number 2.
The train on platform 2 goes to Penner.
We would have seen about 800,000 people in this vicinity just last week. Well, like I said, it is virtually a ghost town. So I'm going to get a thumbnail shot here. So let's go for a short stroll up that street there. There's not a living soul I can see.
Anyway, viewers, now to even more happier times. Let's talk about the trams we have in Sydney. I covered the opening weekend of the Sydney CBD and South East trams that kicked off in December 2019 from Circular Quay to Randwick, and April 2020 during the notorious drainage and montage time to Kingsford. Phil was very naughty. Phil copped a lot of criticism about the timing of his video when he filmed the trip from Moore Park to Junior's Kingsford. And I was the wisest one. I've delayed the release of it until a appropriate time can be found, which I put it out several months later. I'm in December 2024, 5 years after the Sydney CBD and South East tram lines to Randwick opened. Out west, from Carlingford into Westmead via Parramatta, got its own tram network, running back and forth from Westmead all the way through to Carlingford. Was the other Paul was interviewing a local on his episode. Yours truly, this Paul right here, made history in its own right. We were the first ones on a journey from Westmead, making our way to Carlingford. We're the first ones. And it was supposed to depart at 5 a.m. in the morning. However, we were lucky because we departed Westmead at 5 minutes early. So we've jumped the gun and into the history books 5 minutes ahead of schedule. And on a note, viewers, this is the event that I covered on only 3 hours of sleep. Let's revisit that moment.
I didn't get back home from MacArthur Square till about 11:30 p.m. last night, and I just got out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, so I had just over 3 hours of sleep, and I waked up early hours in the morning for an historic occasion.
It's about time. So much if you're like, you thought you'd be here on time for 5 o'clock.
Australian politics. Plan to be on time and plan to be late.
Right? I just think of a more opportunity to be working for a while.
I've got an open with the Acolyte raffle. But that didn't run at 5 o'clock in the morning. That was at a normal hour.
I wondered when I saw that photo, that didn't look like a
It was not for 5 a.m. And the reason everyone was looking cranky was because it took like ages.
Yeah, I actually
more than an hour. You can get a photo with that. Oh.
You're a Greens councillor.
Yeah, that's right.
You made it.
Also, viewers, in 2023 I visited southeast Queensland for a holiday, and it's a good thing to get out of New South Wales to explore other parts of Australia. Of course, it is a vast country. So I visited Brisbane in Queensland, and also in 2020 I made an impromptu visit to Canberra in the ACT to cover the Canberra light rail down in our nation's capital. So let's revisit those moments.
This is a Verney Grove train, stopping all stations. The next station is Fortitude Valley. Now arriving at Fortitude Valley Station. If this is your station, prepare to disembark.
My first friendly guard in Queensland.
Anyway, viewers, I am hoping to pay a visit to Melbourne one day, and also want to visit Melbourne because I'm not sure how long they're going to keep the comments sets down there for as long as possible. I'll try to work on them whenever I can, and it's just a matter of that's something on my bucket list. And also I'd visit Adelaide and maybe Perth in Western Australia. That's something on my bucket list. So, anyway, viewers, I would like to thank you for all of your loyal support you have given me over the past 10 years. It has been a long roller coaster, which started off slow, and Paul's Train Vlogs is edging closer a day by day. Our next subscriber goal is in our sights of 5,000 subscribers. I would like to get there as soon as practical, so share this video around with your family and friends. Share it around to everyone around the world. And subscribe to Paul's Train Vlogs. And also help me out by becoming a member of my loyal transport family. And 10 years is a long time train spotting. Because I started off putting YouTube videos together when I was 31. And now I'm well into my 40s, and I'm showing no signs of slowing down apart from the Christmas and New Year periods. I have to take a break. On that note, viewers, I'm going to wrap up the video. Thank you for watching Paul's Train Vlogs. Don't forget to give the video the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and favourite the video. Most importantly, cheers for the next 10 years of Paul's Train Vlogs. Cheers. Thank you for watching Paul's Train Vlogs, and I will see you next time. Until we meet again, it's goodbye for now.